All right, you guys, I'm going to walk you through getting your camera set up for your self-portrait session. So I'm using a Canon SL3. So we have other models in there, and these directions might vary a little bit, just the placement of buttons and things like that. But I'll walk you through that in this video as well. So first thing we want to do is change the mode dial to AV. So we're going to use our thumb to rotate that so that AV is lined up with the little white dash here into the camera. We're going to turn the camera on. Now on this back screen, we're going to use the main dial here to put the f-stop, which is this F number right here, as low as it will go. So on this camera right now, it's 5.6. We're going to set the ISO to auto. So we're going to press the ISO button and make sure that is on auto. So to set it, we're going to press this little set button here on the back. Okay, so we need this camera to take pictures on a timer, because if we're in a self-portrait, we can't really reach the shutter release. So to set the timer, we're going to press the set button here in the middle. If you have a different model, it might be a Q in a box, just like this one, but it might be up here, like kind of near where this AV button is. So look for the Q in a square. Go ahead and press that. Might have to do it several times to wake up the back of the screen. There we go. And what this does is it allows us to toggle around this screen. So we want to find, this is called the drive mode, and yours might be a different icon right now. Yours might look like this, like just a rectangular box, and that signifies single shooting. So what we want to do is go in here and find one of the timer options. So we have a 10-second timer, a 2-second timer, and then a 10-second continuous shooting timer. So we can do like 10 seconds, and then it will take 2 pictures on its own, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. So I'm going to just set this one at 5 and press set. Now we have this set up. And then when you press the shutter release to take the picture, it's going to give you a countdown. You could press the screen to cancel at any time. And then it will take 5 pictures. All right, so a little bit of a challenge that you have to figure out how to work the best is, how do you get this camera to focus on where you will be in your self-portrait? So you might, what I would suggest is finding an object or a person to stand in where you plan to be. So for now, I'm going to use this roll of tape, and I'm going to set this out here. So if I'm going to plan to sit where that roll of tape is, I'm going to set that there, and then I'm going to use look through my viewfinder. I'm going to turn it on so we can see it together, but you would look through the viewfinder here and turn the focus ring on the end of your lens to focus it onto that piece, that roll of tape, which is where you're going to be standing, or where I would be standing or sitting in my picture. So once I have the manual focus set, I know that as long as I'm within that area, my image will be in focus. So then I would go ahead and press that shutter release again, and it will take the picture. Something to keep in mind is that you can pull this screen out and turn it around so that when you are sitting over here, you can see the countdown timer. So if I turn this around, so imagine we're taking our self-portrait here. I'm going to press the shutter release. I can see that countdown and the front of the lens here. So if I'm in front of the camera, I can see what's going on and get a judge of time. All right, so that's it. Good luck. I can't wait to see what you create.